What's up guys, this is Camero again. Let's dive into photography. It's an art of drawing with a light, like how a painter paints with paint. Black is your canvas and white is your paint, otherwise we paint. So we know aperture, shutter speed and ISO. Let's see what it costs to use them. One by one. Aperture, like a lens diameter, help us to control the depth of field within one image. We can choose to take subject in focus and background out of focus, what we call bokeh, like from many portraits, like that example. I have one. Aperture up to f16, f22 in order to include more things. When the diameter of lens is reduced, the depth of field gets larger, and when diameter of lens increase, the shallower depth of field becomes. Like when we are taking picture of one person and we don't want to include the trees and the building behind them, we use very small aperture like f1.2, f1.4, f1.8, f2.8. That is the lower aperture value, which helps us to isolate the subject from the background. Shutter speed. Shutter speed is another artistic element. Tools help us to control motion blur in the image, like when you want to show in the photograph that subject was moving, you can reduce shutter speed and the motion within that frame presented by just adjusting shutter speed. And if you want to freeze the frame, like from the athlete who is running very quick and you want to show the detail, you can increase shutter speed and you freeze the movement. Like in sport, for example, we like to use higher shutter speed because players are moving very fast. The third one is not the artistic element tools we had in photography, because it is ISO. ISO, as we see, is an amplification of light on the sensor. Like when we have a 2 stop of light, ISO can help us to amplify it up to 10 stop, but with a cost. Because when the ISO is high, image become very bright, but at the time it become very bright, we also introduce digital noise in our image, as you see on that picture on the left is clean, but that picture on the right has very grain, because we use that crazy number of the ISO. When you increase the ISO too high, dynamic range embedded in that image is also reduced. According to this chart, as you adjust the ISO, also dynamic range gets lost. Like when you are shooting video and you exceed the ISO, you find that there is some butterfly moving in the frame. Remember, you are awesome. That's it for today's guys. Subscribe, share, like. See you then.